What is going on, everybody? Quamii here, and welcome back to another Escape From Tarkov video. So you should all know by now, it's finally here. It's the 12.9 patch you've all been waiting for. This is going to be my first impression video for the 12.9 patch. There's going to be a little bit to talk about with this one, and not just the pluses, but also the minuses too, that I've experienced so far. Just a heads up, I will not be going over the patch notes. I'm going to leave that to someone else. If you want a summary of the 12.9 patch notes, you need to look at a different video. I'm sorry, apologies, but this ain't the video for that. I will be talking about what I've experienced so far and what do I think of the patch and stuff along those lines, and things that you guys need to know before starting out on your Escape From Tarkov journey in 12.9. Speaking of stuff that you need to know, can you believe someone took Praise the Sun? Can you believe that? Some joker out there beat me to it and chose Praise the Sun as their name. God freaking damn it. I am so sad about that. Anyway, moving on. Before we begin, don't forget to like the video if you like this sort of content and you want me to do more videos like this one in the future. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys. Subbing to the channel does help me out a ton. So thank you to everyone who has already subbed and supported the channel. I appreciate it. Thank you. And don't forget to drop by the live stream and say hello sometime. I stream about 6 days a week, and you can find me live at twitch.tv/Quamii. All other details will be in the description box below. Now we got all that stuff out of the way, let's get into it. Okay guys, first and foremost that you need to know is that there is a wipe. I repeat, there is a wipe for this patch. Now, what that means is everything is reset except for a couple of things, such as your settings will stay the same, as in your controls and your keybinds, and also your graphic settings, which would include your post effects. If you use post effects, those will remain the same, but everything else, your character, your everything in your stash or the quests, all that will be reset back to 0, including your skills. Your skills will be reset back to 0. And secondly, there is now 3 types of faces you can choose from for your starting character. One thing that was kind of annoying with it was the fact that with the voice lines, you cannot change the voice line once you have selected it in this screen. Once you've created your character and you finalized it, you're stuck with that voice and that face for the rest of the game. Until, of course, unless there is another wipe or you decide to reset your account. One of the two. Either way, you're stuck with it. You cannot change it after you've finalized your character. Not the biggest whoop, but still kind of annoying, you know what I mean? So there you go. And at least now that I've told you, at least now you know. Now you know. But there are some positives that have come out of it so far. Like, look at the starting items in your stash, for example. Holy cow, there is so much more gear and items in your stash compared to the previous wipes. In the previous wipes, yeah, nothing like this. This is insane. Like, look at all this stuff. You have like heaps of selections. You got heals, you got meds, you got decent armors. You got even a few guns to throw around. You even got some razors in there for you know, your contacts. Like, geez, they're being very generous, and I was actually quite impressed with this. I was very happy with it, and I think this is only for EOD, but I'm not 100%. But if you have EOD, I think you start off with fuel in your stash compared to other accounts, so therefore you can use the hideout straight away. Second thing is with the hideout, you can actually activate it already, and there won't be many requirements to actually turn it on. If you decide to pay the money or whatever it is for the generators and the rest of it, you can just pretty much just turn it on straight away. You don't need too much out of it to get it started, other than paying the money. Some of them do require some additional items in the hideout, but that's okay. But there's a lot of them that you can just pretty much just pay the money, like 25,000 or 10,000 rubles or something like that, and you can already unlock some of the features in the hideout. I don't think that was like that in the previous wipe either, so I think that's a pretty good bonus. And we can get head start on for people who want to get the hideout done ASAP. In regards to the quests, there has been some subtle changes with some of the quests, such as requirements, what you need to do for them, for example, or even the rewards. They've been altered slightly. And also I have noticed that there are some new quests that has been added into the game as well. In my first raids, the first thing that I tend to notice is the wait times for loading into the raid, and also I'll be looking for things like if the game feels laggy, choppy, or stuttery in any way. I honestly didn't notice much lag when I was playing, and it seemed like that was a bit of a surprise to me. Like usually the game is really laggy, especially like the first few days of the wipe. It feels terrible most of the time, but this time it was pretty smooth, so I was quite impressed with that. It surprised me. And in regards to the wait times, I didn't have to wait that long. Normally, it was probably like 3-minute wait times for my raids. And I remember previously in other wipes, sometimes I couldn't even get into the game. It took me like an hour after the servers were up for the wipe, and that's ridiculous. That's just unacceptable in my opinion. We shouldn't have to wait like an hour or more. I remember I waited an hour and then trying to just get into my raids. Like the game kept crashing and whatnot. It took me like another 45 minutes or something. Like it was a joke. It was ridiculous. But this, very fortunate for us, did not occur. It seemed pretty smooth, and we can see improvements there. What I normally try to do is at the start of my very first raid is I try and get into a gunfight with another player right at the start, just to see how it feels. And so I'll know if there's going to be any more lag issues and such when I'm fighting against another player. Once again, the game didn't lag or stutter or anything like that. It was actually quite smooth, and I was pretty happy about that. So I hope we can continue to see improvements like this in the future. So in regards to Dsync and Lag when fighting against other players, we all know that at the start of the raid it's the absolute worst, yeah? Like at the start of the raid, like the first couple minutes, it's really desyncy, especially when you're fighting against other players. I wanted to quickly get into a gunfight with multiple players just to see how it feels, if there's any improvements from previous patches and whatnot. And I ended up getting into a gunfight with a 2-man squad, and this is how it turned out. Oh, he's geared. Who needs gear? People are probably wondering about the new guns that's been added into the 12.9 patch. I have only played the game for a little bit, so I only had access to one new weapon, and that was the Vector. I never got a chance to use it as of yet. I'm sure I'll be able to do a video on it when I finally have more time to play the wipe some more. But that's about it. That's the only gun that I have found out of the new weapons, and that is the Vector. And I found it in a weapons crate. So heads up, you can find the Vector in weapons crates around the world. One thing that I did do was play the New Woods for the Woods expansion. And I gotta be honest, I got lost here in the new expansion part of the map. The New Woods is massive, and I mean huge. Holy crap, look at all this new area. It's just like, what the hell? I had no idea where I was going. I had no clue. I can see now that because there is so much more open area compared to before, immediately my first impression is there's going to be heaps more places for people to go up and snipe and be camping and all that kind of stuff. Mainly because there's like heaps of different like mountainy kind of looking areas and hills that you can climb up on and stuff like that. I think the new area of woods has made the map so big that it's to the point where I think the map is bigger than Reserve, but don't quote me on that. But just take my word for it that the new map is massive because of the expansion. In regards to the buildings and stuff like that, there is a warehousey kind of looking area. I don't even know if that's a word. Warehousey. There's a bunch of warehouses and stuff. In one of the areas, we can get loot like toolboxes and that sort of a thing. And then there's another area further down where it kind of looks like very similar to Shoreline, like the buildings from Shoreline, like it's a village or something. It's kind of weird, but I have no idea why it's there. I'm guessing it's part of their plan or whatever. But the new map is massive, and I, without a doubt, got lost multiple times. I didn't know where I was going. After I got out in the new area, in woods, I did go looking around for the so-called cultists. I don't know where they are. I got no idea, but I went looking around. I didn't see nothing, so I don't know if that happens later in the game or something, or you gotta unlock them and they'll appear. I got no idea. I got no clue. So don't ask me about cultists. I couldn't find them on the map while I was roaming around, okay? Oh, and one last thing about the new area in woods. There's mines. Yeah, you heard me right. Mines. So, do be careful. There is generally signs, like posts and whatnot, that will say like the warning signs. So that should give it away, but you might accidentally miss it or something. So do be careful and watch your step. Also, just a heads up for you people who are wondering about if the map Streets of Tarkov is ready in this patch. It isn't. The only new addition to the maps that we got was the Woods expansion, which seems pretty decent so far. The developers did say the map is nowhere near ready and needs more work, so it probably won't be available until patch 13. Just to inform you guys who are looking forward to the new map this patch. Unfortunately, it isn't ready. So all in all, for my first impressions of the 12.9 patch thus far, I think this is pretty good work from them. Honestly, I'm fairly happy with how it is at the moment. Yeah, there's some stuff here and there, you know, but I'm sure as I keep playing through the patch, I'm going to find more things that I'm not going to be happy about. But for the time being, I'd say it's been pretty decent. And I hope that they can continue to make improvements with the game, and that Battlestate Games can keep moving forward and keep trying to make the game great. So that's all I got for you today, guys. That's the end of the video, and that's the end of what I have to say for my first impressions of the 12.9 patch for Escape from Tarkov. I hope the video gives you a heads up in what to expect from the patch when you decide to start your own, your new Tarkov character. And I hope you are just as wrapped and excited about it as I am. I plan to keep doing videos for Escape from Tarkov, which will mostly revolve around PvP and how to improve your skills at PvP. But I will be throwing in the odd non-PvP video here and there to the channel too. Thanks to everyone who stuck around to the end of the video, and don't forget to hit the like button if you liked the video, and leave a comment down below if you want me to do any other videos in regards to Escape from Tarkov. And remember to hit that subscribe button, guys, if you haven't done that already. Subscribing to the channel helps me out a bunch, so I would greatly appreciate it if you did. Don't forget to stop by the live stream sometime and say hello. I stream 6 days a week at twitch.tv/Quamii. All other details will be in the description box below. I hope you all liked the video, and I hope you all learned something. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the live stream.